Alright, hello everyone. Hope you have a wonderful day and have a wonderful day. We are diving deep into the Word. We are what brings God's Word alive and back together. And today I would like to show you a few things about this particular, and they're kind of bragging about it. It's a monument that sits in C.I.A. headquarters, and it apparently has this indecipherable code on it. They've spent a lot of money on this thing. It has petrified wood involved. It's made in a fountain, and it has a pool of water in it, which there is a mist that's coming out of the pool of water. I personally believe that it has something to do with wormwood, the mist of God, and what is within. And if you'll look at the lettering on this page, you can see the cryptos lines up with the old abracadabra trick that I have ran across. An old writing trick, which is, there's no telling how old this writing trick is, but it's actually writing in parables. And so if you dive deep into the Word, writing and reading, and deeper into the C.I.A., okay, and you can go to the bottom of the C.I.A. webpage, and they say on there that they can obtain any piece of information on any individual regarding their location. Okay, and you wonder, well, how did they do that? Okay, well, with God, all things are possible. So, you want to dive into the how word, right? So, if you look around in the unseen, who's doing how with what? And there's only certain people that are going to comprehend what I'm even saying, because we have angels covering us. Some use their angels to do bad things. And all I want to do is expose what I personally believe is a lie, and the word that we should not believe, which might get us in trouble. If words are powerful, then we're all going to get smarter. And if my Bible is my book of knowledge, then why am I the only one that's seeing certain things? So this is going to be a good, interesting video. And if you can relate any of these problems with yourself and your own personal life with these words, whose, how's, what's, it's, somethings, they can be of a real good help as well. All right, here we go. So this one's a good one right here. This is one of the first ones I've done. This C.I.A. Cypher. As you can see, instead of Cypher, instead of cryptos, I just put in my Bible, and knowing letters like I do and knowing words like I do, okay, being a man of renown, okay, the two letters that stick out to me are B and I. And who should we be? Well, if the I is single, and the word my is in there, you can go backwards with them, forwards, diagonal, and take them apart and add a letter, subtract a letter. If it takes you to the truth, like it is me, then you'll be fascinated. And on this one, I put who instead of the word cryptos, because the devil is not exactly over me. He may be there to in order for us to learn, in order for God to show us certain things. And who is who? Well, when you find that out, you'll find out how, because that's what I found in this word. Whose or how, and who it is, that's how it is. So just go and ask them. So there are people, if Satan is not tricking me in my life, that I am going to go up straight up to and ask. And the moment that I do, that's words of power that I'm turning back into a question. And that it is going to either follow them or follow me or latch to both or learn us more things, because who is God? If I'm hearing voices, and it's for my sins, then why isn't anybody else hearing voices that are paying for their sins? I know there is a devil running around, and he is the father of lies, and he'll try to do anything he can to steer you. Right here is something interesting. Okay, when I started to cut these off, okay, the Spirit told me about the pyramid and what it means to spell out, to spell it, keep spelling it out, or to cut it off. And a lot of it has to do with the pyramid. Who is spelling? Who is peering inside? And my God has rules and laws. So we find a lot of interesting stuff inside of these words that are linked. They are linked to other words, and they are all linked to us. This was the first abracadabra that I had seen on the internet that had linked me to the cryptos, C.I.A. And if, you don't believe in any of this, that's fine. That's okay. It's just words, and if Jesus Christ is the Word, and if He's more inside of us than He is in the world, then that means the Word is in us. So, you can, all you're going to find is that it's going to contradict yourself. If That's what I love about this who's and what's, because it can actually show you a lot about who gets offended, and for what reason and for what purpose. And usually it just comes out to be something over something ignorant. Um, so, as you can see, I've been doing some C.I.A. work, and AI is actually in the book of Joshua. If you didn't think AI was in the Bible, and no, I do not fully believe that AI is fully what they claim it is to be nowadays. I believe a lot of it is just the spirit and who has control of the angels, where it's going, what they do, and how we're going to have protection to cover ourselves, or how God covers us. But being in Revelation, Jesus and John about the churches and sending the letters to the churches, and there was reasons for that. Um, the letters are significant, I believe, because that can it can easily lead you to changing the word. And so, okay, you go to the Cryptos C.I.A. monument. They claim, okay, that it is not cipherable, which can be a good thing, but it also can be a bad thing depending on its purpose. I'm no idiot. Okay, I know where I want my world to go, and I know where I don't want it to go. And the things that Satan wanted to do and wanted to see in private could get him in trouble. And the people that are watching, um, you know, it better, I hope, be for a good reason other than God's people is just a stupid bunch of people. I like to think that it's not. I like to think that we're all going to come together smartly, and we're all going to work through this together. So I did a cipher on private eyes. Um, well, first I want to say the cipher on C.I.A. was C.A.I. And that's all that turned out to be. Very interesting, very weird, because AI is in the Bible. AI are both God letters to me. Both of those letters mean God, whether it's reversed in me or whether it's reversed in God if the I is single. And so, yeah, private eyes, after I did this cipher and I got yes, which was interesting to me because in Scripture, Paul tells the Spirit yes. And he says that he would rather speak 5 words with his mind than 10,000 words with his mouth. And so when he was learning to speak in the Spirit, he learned through giving the Spirit yes instead of a no answer, and giving them all of what they wanted to see where they ended up wanting to go, to see where they wanted to go. And a lot of times in what I find in the art of war, you know, it turns out to be something similar to that. Say, you know, they try to get you to say and use the word. Of course, I had to renounce that and change the E to an A. But we all have this power if we can see, or we don't. It's just silly make believe, but it's truly interesting. VAT comes out in there. I think it might be possibly short for that. And a lot of other interesting stuff, a lot of giggles and stuff that I put in here sometimes that kind of makes me feel a little bit better. God is love, remote viewing. We have merge. This is real interesting when you merge something, or the emergence, the Thor movie, The Dark World, when it come out, it was all about the emergence and all the realms and realities, and that was what it was about. We have wing and nigh, like drawing nigh, all very interesting stuff. Of course, you got other words in here. You got other stuff that isn't really related to anything spiritual or connected, or how we can be connected through the word, or it might be. These are just the main important ones that I seen that stuck out to me. And if you go through these links, okay, if this tells you anything at all, okay, maybe you can go through these words in order to find another one. If that makes any sense, okay, if that makes any sense, if you can comprehend what I'm saying, maybe you can go through one word to get to another one. If the word is inside us, and if we are part of the word, then perhaps that's how they do it, because Satan is not over me. He has his agendas, and when I hear a word that I don't like, I rebuke it. And it's just funny because, well, it's not really funny, but it's oxymoron, because people are dying on this earth as I'm speaking right now, and somewhere else somebody else is laughing. Somewhere somebody's going to rebuke this video and say, "Oh, that's stupid," but I just want you to please focus on what you're thinking, what you're saying. Focus on the word that's in you and who you are and what that is for. Jesus Christ, the code words is sir, which is very interesting. Hit. I hit you, you hit me. And that plays with E equals MC squared. I miss you and you miss me, which is talking about the very nucleus of the atom and what it means to go nuclear. Or it's just what I believe, and it don't mean anything, and it's just something silly or part of the word. Sue's in there, which is very interesting because I hear a lot of times, "I'm going to sue you," maybe they're using Jesus Christ and God's law in the unseen world just to sue them. Been taking a lot of notes. What's happening is a very interesting one. That one's clearly talking about angels and nothing else, and it's all angels, and it's all hiding something. If you dig deep into the word of what, you will also find that you are in what? And everyone else. And unfortunately, this helps at times, and it hurts us at times. And if you keep going that way, you'll find out what I mean. Hopefully, you will. And hopefully, you will find out where your angels are going to protect you in your life if you need to get that close to something. What's happening led me to a rune, a rule, a powerful writing, or a chant. Um, I don't do witchcraft because it's illegal. I don't do any form of satanic rituals that I know of whatsoever. All I'm trying to do is find more of my God and more of us and who we truly are. I find ISS in both of these. ISS going around the world. It give me a vision of E equals MC square. The Bible code is very interesting, and who knows what it truly is. And words are powerful. There are no questions. So you'll find some truth into that. Dig deep into it and see what you discover. Animals, AI is in animals. And no, I'm not talking about electronic computer AI. I'm talking about a God and I us, or I God if I is single, a us if we make it that far. Anything is possible, but there's only certain people that's going to comprehend what what I'm going to be talking about, and I'm trying to touch on so many things at one time. I apologize for skipping anything. This has to do with the Sphinx and being related to the animal. It has to do with the book of Job, I believe, and why God makes man an animal, and why does he run us around in these circles sometimes when we are afraid and we are trying to learn. And sometimes, I think it's for protection. Sometimes I think it's just to hide something that it doesn't belong to our truth. We don't deserve that kind of truth, so it is our protection. So I personally believe that's where the spirit of confusion comes in, is where, because we have the book of knowledge. So, um, the truth should be there too in this world, unless, of course, this world is not the truth. It's interesting that I find nexus in the word sphinx. Of course, yes, I had to add the E and the U, but then again, Jesus sent 2 letters to the churches, at least 2, and I know by one of those that I'm offended of, and I can tell you which one. So, is that a lie, or is this a lie, or are they both the truth? And forget about mine. What are the CIA doing? What are they doing with cryptos? I do a lot of ciphers and a lot of codes and a lot of a lot of spirit talk, and a lot of this stuff makes a lot of sense to me, and perhaps it's because it makes no sense at all, because my angels have it covered. I find a lot in this one. If you knew me, come find me. And again, all it is writing in parables. Okay, I'm writing this way, and I'm writing a down parable as I'm writing a parable across. And there's some words that pop up. It kind of looks like waves. It kind of looks like the ocean, or a vibrational wave. And there's a lot of interesting little side words that are attached to these other words. Okay, well, what am I telling you so far? Am I telling you there's a relation to the word, our word, everybody's word, and cryptos? Well, absolutely. Absolutely they are. There is a relation. Well, are they a non-relation? Well, absolutely. And who knows what that is? um, who hears voices and where's God? And this one is interesting. I ran MK Ultra in my spiritual C.I.A. Cypher. Okay, and I got Ultram, which is a prescription. I don't know if any of you get told that your voices are part of schizophrenia, or part of some kind of psychosis. I've done the math, and they are men out there of renown, and I believe I've seen one. Truly, he had a private tag. He or she, couldn't really tell what it was. I just know it had a private tag, and so they're not in the government. Apparently, they work privately. Perhaps the government hires them. The hitmen, if you will, to do, God's dirty work, because somebody's too smart or too stupid to figure it out. But I'm trying to point everybody in the right direction here, so forgive me of my sarcasm, and I hope it means something. And if it doesn't mean anything, then it is just a vain word. And I don't like a vain word. What good is it if it's just there? It has to be there for a reason. And that reason most certainly is not to bring about my death. And every chance I get, I do that very thing. And there's a lot about the S word. Does it offend you? Who does it offend? That one certain word? And you know which one it is. What if you was the only one that ever heard that word by the Spirit? Every 1 or 2 seconds out of the whole day. And you just grew to hate it. Ain't that kind of doing something to you? So be careful of what you might become. Try to stay yourself. Try to stay who you are and try to stay focused, because there are certain things happening that are unseen, and it's really important, or it's really not, but either I'm going to share with the family or I'm not going to share with the family these certain things and certain issues. If words are powerful, life is going to get a lot better. Truth be told, I've went through a rough time, man, and a lot of other people that I know. And there's things happening in the world that I don't agree with. And I'm going to start pointing them out. And I'm going to start asking the world how stupid it is. Because I take my God very seriously in my work that I do for Him. So, it means a lot how to do it respectfully, how to not get lost in your own anger, how to do things calmly, and it means a lot. And we can all see who we are with these certain things if we really try. And sometimes I think it could keep them from hitting you and using that good old particle accelerator against you. Hebrew is a good one. It's a good one. It talks about T and what I do for him and what he does for us. And if you're a blue blood, then you probably know this man of renown trick, because it's probably going to come back to you. And if you're a blue blood, then chances are more than likely you can probably blue blood, brew blood, and blue blood. And it's just a trick, or it's the truth. Whichever one, enjoy. Enjoy God and the Word. There's a lot of good links. There's a lot of good things about certain truths that I love to get to. And Yeshua turned out to be very close to We Shared a Body. That's a very interesting little cipher that I did there. So, yeah, comment. Let me know what you think. If there's anything that could help God's family, especially, comment and help us to help one another.